example, if you look at this, this is a trinomial, right? It's a polynomial. The 2x is a monomial. So what we're doing here is we are dividing a polynomial, this one, by a monomial, this one. When you do that, right? Remember, division means over, right? So if I have 5 divided by 3, that's the same as 5 over 3. So here, if I have this polynomial divided by this, it's the polynomial over this. So now take a look at what we have. I have 3 terms here, 1 term here, right? Kai, are you on the right page? Okay. So when you do that, you have to divide each term by the polynomial by the monomial. So take a look. The 2x cubed over the 2x, right? The 12x squared over the 2x. The 24x over the 2x. So you have to do each one over the same. So now here, these reduce. So I have x squared minus 12 over 2 is 6x plus 24x over 2x is 12. Okay, so let's do one. Let me do a couple more and then I'll take more questions. Okay, so look at this one. 8k squared minus 6k divided by this. So the first thing I do is I write this 8k squared minus 6k over 2k. Now, I have multiple terms on top, 1 term on the bottom. This is the requirement. Many on top, 1 on the bottom. If it's flipped, this doesn't work. Many on top, 1 on the bottom. So now I'm going to divide the 8k squared over 2k. Minus means minus. And then the 6k over the 2k. All right? And then this becomes like 3 mini problems. So here, the 8 and the 2 give me a 4. The k's, how many k's am I going to have left over? 1k. Minus the 6 and the 2 give me a 3. The k's go away, so I get 4k minus 3. Okay. Now, here too, the first thing I do, I have a division sign, is I'm going to do one thing over another. So 3w cubed plus 18w squared plus 27w over 3w. So again, I have many terms, 1 term. Okay? That means I split. Okay? So here I'm going to get 3w cubed over 3w plus 18w squared over 3w, 27w over 3w. Okay? So each one of the things on top gets the 3w from the bottom. Okay? Okay, so now we simplify. The first, the second, the third. So here, the 3 and the 3, we get w squared. Plus 18 over 3 is 6w. Plus just 9. Okay? All right, any questions? Okay, yeah. Now we're going to do a trinomial over a binomial. How many terms in a trinomial? 3. How about a binomial? 2. Okay, so let's see what happens here. So here I have, again, the trinomial divided by x plus 3. First, I write it as a fraction. Then, now I have the possibility of reducing. So I need to factor and put in parentheses. And then, just like we were doing on the quiz, this reduces and I get x plus 1. So here we're going to be incorporating what we were doing until today into this one. So let's do this. First, I write one over the other. Okay. So x squared plus 3x minus 4 over x minus 1. Okay. So this will factor. I have x, what two numbers multiply to negative 4 and add to 3? Plus 4 and minus 1 over x. Oh, I'm sorry, this was supposed to be x minus 1. X minus 1. And now I can reduce, so I get x plus 4. Okay, so starting with this step, it's pretty much similar to what we were doing. The new step is this. Okay, one more. Here we go. This one, I write it as x squared minus 5x plus 6 over x minus 2. So let's factor. Okay, Ashley, how can we factor this?
Table.
Okay, let's do a table. Go ahead and do the table and then let me know how we can factor this.
Oh, 2 minus.
Yeah, negative 2, negative 3. X minus 2's reduce, so I get x minus 3. Okay, I have a few things. Number one, on your homework, okay, you have to show me all of the work. So that starts with writing the question and putting in your steps in a fashion that I can follow. So if you look at my work here, can you tell what my second step was? What's my second step? The factoring. Do you see how quick it is? You don't need to go around like a maze to figure it out, right? This is important. And then your final answer, you need to put in either a box or a circle because I need to know. Lastly, if you ever have a worksheet with the answers spaces and your answers are not on the answer spaces, you will no longer receive any credit. Because it's been very, very difficult for me to fish through a lot of work, right? Because it's crazy, because like I see somebody's work and then like the final answer will be like somewhere over here. Like I can't, like logically, right? That doesn't make a lot of sense. So you really need to identify where all this is, all right? Okay, let's do this one. So in this case, this is not a trinomial. They're both binomials, but that's okay. We're not going to judge. Okay. Can I factor the numerator?
Yeah.
How? Difference of squares. Good. X plus 4, x minus 4 over x plus 4. These reduce, so I get x minus 4. Okay, lastly, x squared plus 7x minus 15 over x minus 2. Okay, so let's go ahead and factor this one. Right? Yeah, so we just say this is it, and then you can just say simplified, or you can say, well, so we're not going to say that, and we won't say prime because technically the question isn't to factor this. The question is to simplify. And so we write it like this, and we say, it's already simplified. I'm not going to simplify it. Just like, imagine you had to reduce, fractions, right? You had, let's say, 10 over 24. You had 242 over 12. You had 17 over 9, right? This you can reduce. This you can reduce, but the 17 over 9 is already simplified. So it's already like its answer. So it's a similar situation. Okay? All right. So we are going to stop here for today. Your homework is from the book for today.